and Wolverine looks like it will be the fan event of the year, but July is just so far away. You want the Deadpool and Wolverine deets? We've gathered up some of the leaks. Also, just before we get into it, these are leaks and nothing is ever confirmed until the movie comes out, but this is not a spoiler-free zone, so click away now if you don't want any spoilers or forever hold your peace. The Twitter account My Time to Shine Hello posted a pretty major plot leak back in October of 2023, and the more we learn about the film, the more accurate it seems to be. The tweet from the account read, "Deadpool 3 is about the TVA picking up the prime versions of each hero to create a multiversal army to fight the Kangs. And they picked Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to recruit, but he's not fully on board. That is what the movie is about." Hugh Jackman's Wolverine not being fully on board ended up being correct, though since his world was destroyed, I'm not 100% sure he was the prime version, but Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is the best version, so I get it. Unclear if Kang will come into play at all, especially with everything that happened with Jonathan Majors. Plus, we know that the main villain in the film will likely be Cassandra Nova. From the trailers, we see that Deadpool is involved with the TVA, so the part about the TVA using Deadpool to pick up Wolverine and get him on board, that's looking like it might just be true as well. Shortly after the leak was posted to My Time to Shine Hello, a second leaker joined the thread, giving fans more context. The account Can We Get Some Toast tweeted, "To be clear, Deadpool 3 is still very much a Deadpool movie. His antics with Cable's time machine caught the TVA's attention and he became their prisoner. When Deadpool learns about the TVA's plan for a multiversal army, it gives him the motivation to escape and try to convince Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to come with him." This one seems to have less truth to it than the other. The part about the TVA taking Deadpool prisoner might prove to be true. They do show up at his birthday party and literally drag him away. As it looks right now, Deadpool is more recruiting Wolverine to help him save a world than to escape, though that could absolutely happen. Movies are long. The part about Deadpool and Wolverine being very much a Deadpool movie, though, that might not be as accurate as the leaker thinks. The director of the movie, Sean Levy, shared in an interview with Screen Rant a different perspective on the film. He said, "It's the third Deadpool movie, but it's not Deadpool 3. It's a different thing that's very much Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's not trying to copycat anything from the first two movies. They were awesome, but this is a two-hander character adventure." So it seems like the leaker was not fully accurate on that front. There are F-bombs galore coming our way. Okay, swearing and cursing in Deadpool films, it's not new. They've been doing that, but it looks like they're going to be even more of them. Kevin Feige is even getting in on it. There was a 9-minute sneak peek of Deadpool and Wolverine at CinemaCon, and before the sneak peek screened, Feige dropped an F-bomb of his own in his intro, saying the movie is effing awesome. He claimed he could do that because the film is R-rated. According to those that attended the leak, a big focus was put on silencing phones. A PSA featuring Deadpool and Wolverine was even screened with the message. As the pre-show shifted to the pair's theories regarding Secret Wars rumors, a phone went off in the audience. The interruption caused Wolverine to go a bit feral and fit as many F-bombs as he could into the short time frame of the pre-show. Honestly, I hope they keep it for when the movie actually hits theaters. If it wasn't shocking enough that Captain America has a cameo in the film, Thor's joining too! We saw Captain America's little snippet of screen time in the first trailer. It was footage from a past film, so technically nothing new for Chris Evans to film. The other Chris though, Chris Hemsworth, did have something new to film. During the 9-minute Deadpool and Wolverine sneak peek at CinemaCon, it was shown that Hemsworth filmed a scene as Thor of Thor crying over Deadpool's body. The scene will likely be placed like how Captain America's was on a small TVA screen. What makes this leak interesting though is that it might be an indicator for future Avengers films. Apparently Deadpool is told that that moment is from the future. Sure, it could just be a throwaway, a fun little cameo, but I think it's more fun to think that it might be an indicator that Deadpool will be involved in the upcoming Avengers films, to the point where the God of Thunder cries when he dies. With footage of Captain America and Thor making it in the film, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a certain genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist showcased on a TVA screen too to round out that trio. From the 9-minute sneak peek mentioned a few times before, it seems the 20th Century Fox sign spotted in the trailers is a lot more cheeky than we originally thought. In the trailers, this busted old 20th Century Fox sign is seen laying around, and it looks like that is not the only part of the film that's going to be roasting the studio. According to fans who saw the footage at CinemaCon, there is a moment when Deadpool breaks the fourth wall by literally breaking through the camera. As he does so, he says, "Suck it, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland. The 9-minute showing dropped a lot of info and it had an interesting ending. Apparently, Wolverine and Deadpool finish off the little teaser in a car together driving from a super fitting. Deadpool is getting a new TVA-given costume. There has been a rumor going around for months that Deadpool was getting an upgrade to his katanas, going from regular swords to adamantium ones. I'm willing to bet 1 cent that his fitting will probably touch on that. Fans are also very excited about the fact that costumes and suits are so comic accurate, and I do wonder if the TVA had anything to do with that. There was a clip in the second trailer that looked like it was Deadpool's fitting and like there were maybe new swords getting put on his back. There are swords, it's just a question of whether they're new or not. My time to shine hello on the social media site X is one of the biggest Marvel movie spoilers out there. We've already covered some of the leaks they've let loose for Deadpool and Wolverine, so what is more surprising than anything that they have said is what they now refuse to say. Apparently, they were able to view the post-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine, but it was so good, they couldn't possibly spoil it. About their experience, they wrote, "The post-credit scene in Deadpool and Wolverine is so mind-blowing, I can't believe they were able to pull this off without anyone knowing." And that's all they wrote. It's shocking when a secret spiller seals their lips, so that also must mean the post-credit scene is truly amazing. Typically, post-credit scenes in the MCU are used to set up future films. Could this one give us our first real glimpse at the future Avengers films? I hope so. The set photos that leaked in early December 2023 contained some major spoilers for the movie, both about the characters and equipment that might be featured. Now, we know that Toad is going to be in the movie. We saw it in the trailer, but that wasn't always the case. We didn't know that until very recently. That's what makes the leaked set photos such a big deal. They were the first sign that Toad was probably going to be in the movie. X-user, can we get some toast, posted images of the mutant with the caption, "First look at Toad from the original X-Men on set for Deadpool 3. But that's just part 1 of the tweet. The other interesting thing here is what Toad is riding in. It's this metal-looking oval-shaped car, or the Fantasticar, maybe. Again, we don't know for sure if it is the Fantasticar, what the Fantastic Four use, but it certainly looks like one. I mean, it even looks like there might be a part of a 4 on the front of the alleged Fantasticar. They weren't kidding when they said that the film was being made with fans in mind. Another big name's involvement in the movie was leaked in early December. It's no surprise he's showing up. He's been bothering Wolverine since forever. Some snowy set pictures featured a battle between Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Sabertooth, Wolverine's #1 enemy since forever. The other photo shows Deadpool holding Sabertooth's noggin, so clearly the big spoiler there is that Wolverine wins. Sabertooth's days of mischief are over. Since we know from the trailers that the Wolverine in the film has failed his world, him getting to put an end to Sabertooth finally, that probably boosted his morale like nothing else could. Wolverine and Sabertooth have a very long history, and Sabertooth wins a lot of their fights, so for a dejected and depressed Wolverine, winning the ultimate fight might be the push he needs to get his head back in the game. There were also photos leaked of Sabertooth standing beside a woman. Many fans think it might be Birdie. Birdie is Sabertooth's partner. Now, these photos might not seem so surprising now, but when they dropped late last year, they certainly took the Marvel fandom by storm. Wolverine getting his blue and yellow comic-accurate suit was a big deal when that leaked. No one saw it coming because Hugh Jackman hadn't really been seen in too much yellow before. His Wolverine typically was seen in darker colors or casual clothing. Again, now that we have the trailers and the promotional material and everything, the blue and yellow is more just exciting than it is shocking. When the leaked set photos dropped last year, it was a pleasant surprise to finally see Hugh Jackman wear the classic suit and wear it very well, in my opinion. This was also a fun surprise because the classic yellow was almost teased almost a decade ago. The Wolverine came out in 2013, and an alternate deleted ending for the film showed Logan opening up a box that revealed some yellow gloves and mask. While this was a big moment for fans, Logan seemed unimpressed, and I'm glad that attitude has changed over the last decade and we finally get to see Wolverine in his iconic fit. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make your mark on the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. This is Juliana signing off. Bye!